Boom.
Hi, every pony, and welcome to Macintosh and Mod, the show about My Little Pony from two adults who love it in spite of their children.
Hey, every pony, welcome to Macintosh and Mod. I'm Diana, aka Mod.
And I'm David, aka Macintosh.
It's My Little Pony, Season 5, Episode 5. Tanks for the Memories. Rainbow Dash is so upset that Tank, her pet tortoise, has to hibernate for the winter that she tries to control the weather and stop the coming cold. It's a Rainbow Dash episode this season. Yay!
More importantly, it's another guest episode.
Who's our guest?
Our guest is none other than Daniel Spencer, game manager of Kids on Bikes.
Hey, friends.
Oh, it's the guy I yell at a lot. So, Dan, what's your My Little Pony history?
When I was young, I think my sisters liked My Little Pony.
It's a fair bet.
I know that we used to watch the movie where Grundleland got destroyed and the Grundles went and hung out with the ponies.
Okay, that's a thing that happened.
I watched like maybe one or two episodes of the new show years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my experience. I've listened to a few episodes of this podcast, and that's it.
Awesome. So, to prepare for this episode, we gave you a little bit of extra homework and made you watch the Season 2 episode, May the Best Pet Win, to understand this very unique bond between Tank and Rainbow Dash. Do you have any thoughts about that experience?
It was I liked that episode a lot. It was a very sweet episode.
It's a fun one.
It was very fun. It was a little predictable.
What?
She listed off all these things that her pet needed to be, and like this one fit none of those. And it's like, okay, well, it's clear that like she's going to learn that that's not really what's important in a pet, and she's going to fall in love with Tank, and it's going to be the sweetest thing. And spoiler, it was the sweetest thing.
It was the sweetest thing. They do sweet very, very well, much like this episode. This one shows a lot of growth for several ponies.
It does, just in the little bit of the ponies that I understand. There's quite a bit in this episode.
So you're doing this Rainbow Dash specific episode because you filled out a form and said Rainbow Dash was your favorite. Why is Rainbow Dash your favorite?
A couple jobs ago, we had the Nerd Herd, which was a few of us at work who were all very nerdy about different things. And one of them was a very big fan of My Little Pony and assigned ponies to all of us and said that there was no doubt in her mind that I was Rainbow Dash.
How do you feel about that now that you know more about Rainbow Dash?
I mean, Rainbow Dash is a little stubborn, competitive.
Ultra competitive.
For sure. I would say that's her leading trait.
And yeah, I mean, guilty.
We have done an escape room with you. We're aware of the competitive streak.
At least I was not competing against y'all in that. I was competing with y'all.
True.
Fair.
Still competitive.
Still very competitive.
So, how do you feel about this episode? Your general thoughts, feelings, emotions?
All in all, I think it was a very sweet episode. Someone, I'm not going to name names, but someone told me I was going to cry when watching this episode.
Yeah.
And that was incorrect.
Uh-oh.
Like, it felt like, to me, like it wanted to be more emotional of an episode than it wound up being.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just because I was told I was going to cry.
Oh, so you steeled yourself against it. You're like, I'm not going to cry as a point of pride.
No, it's not even that. I didn't really find a moment that I was like, oh, I would cry here. But I'm too competitive to cry. I didn't feel the emotions behind it as strongly. And I just had a whole lot of questions.
Oh, that's fair. In reviewing this episode, I realized that there were some mechanical things about how My Little Pony and Equestria works that I did not prepare you for. So we'll be happy to go through those as we go through the episode, because there are some bizarre things.
Perfect.
Like how weather works.
Yeah.
The ponies make the weather. That's how it works.
I've picked up on that.
Okay, good. That's an important part. All right, well, let's get it to the top of the episode. we start with Rainbow Dash's flying around the sky like Rainbow Dash does, with Tank following along with her.
Look at that, Tank! Cloudsdale's here! That means Ponyville is next up for winter!
And, we see ponies running through the town. They're getting all the leaves out of the way so that winter can come in.
You're doing awesome, every pony! Keep it up! We need those leaves off those trees! Once we get autumn cleared away, it'll be hello, winter!
And, Tank's following along, but he's starting to yawn.
Was that a yawn I just saw?
And Rainbow Dash is very, very suspicious, and Tank yawns again. And now we get a little Rainbow Dash bit where she explains all of the things she wants to do in the wintertime.
How can you be tired when the most exciting time of the year is right around the corner? And don't forget the best part, our first winter together. Come on, wake up! Once those ponies bring in the big fat clouds full of snowflakes, we'll have a ton of snow for our extreme sledding. So, Tank and Rainbow Dasher fantasy sledding down the hill.
Mm-hmm. And then there's fantasy horse hockey. Yes, there's horse hockey.
At very, very unsafe horse hockey.
Yeah.
Because they're playing without rump pads.
Yeah, shoulder or rump pads.
Shoulder or rump pads.
They say arm pads.
That's what the transcript says, but not what they say in the episode.
They didn't say, the transcript lies?
I put subtitles on, and they definitely said rump pads. So I have some questions.
Okay.
About some of the things in this opening bit.
Okay.
First of all, the ponies have to do the work of clearing off the... Okay, so the leaves on the... I'm trying to understand. They run very fast past the trees, and that knocks the leaves off of the branches?
It helps gather up the leaves. They're acting as a giant rake.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
More sense.
I do absolutely love Cloudsdale.
Cloudsdale's amazing.
It's just such a great name. It's like a top-notch pun.
Yes.
That I love so much. And I'm so glad that we get to see more of Cloudsdale. But does it have rainbow waterfalls? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. And my main question is...
Main.
You have a main question?
Yes. So this happens in season 5.
Correct.
She and Tank became friends in season 2.
Correct.
So we've gone 3 seasons without a winter?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
We actually got rid of winter in, was that season 1 or 2?
Season 1. Winter
1.
wrap-up.
There was the winter wrap-up where we got rid of winter, and that's how we learned how this is a thing. So now we've finally gone a full, in a human life, year.
Perfect. Okay, great. Sorry for hijacking. Please continue.
No, that's absolutely a fair question. Okay, so Twilight Sparkle shows up, and she's making sure that everything goes well because she's Princess Twilight Sparkle. Everything's looking great, don't you think?
Almost everything. Does Tank look all right to you?
And he's just spinning around in a circle while he sleeps. Well, he does seem to be moving a little slowly.
I know, right?
And he looks kind of sleepy.
Totally.
Just like he always does.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
And, Tank flies by, and Rainbow Dash is very nervous. Nervous Rainbow Dash. My little pony, my little pony. Okay, that's enough of that. We get to the ahs, and we have to quit, because nobody needs to hear all that. So we've gone over to Fluttershy's cottage, and apparently now she's a doctor.
Dr. Fluttershy.
She's a stethoscope. And she's checking out Tank, like Fluttershy does. Apparently this is a new skill she's developed.
Oh, so this is not like a pre-established thing?
She can speak to animals. She loves them. She takes care of them. But we've never seen her with a stethoscope.
Okay. This is her first foray into veterinarian work.
Exactly.
I have a feeling that Fluttershy is more of trained in animal first aid. So she's able to, check those things. She's probably talked with the vets and learned those things. But she would tell Rainbow Dash in a heartbeat.
This is an unlicensed stethoscope. That's what this is.
Do stethoscopes have to be licensed?
I don't know, but they're expensive, so you better have authorization to have them if you're going to buy one.
I'm afraid we're going to have to place you under arrest for operating a stethoscope without a valid license.
Cuss you, Officer Ross.
Oh.
Well,
I suppose his heartbeat could be a teensy-weensy bit slower than usual.
Okay, so give him a vitamin or something.
'Cause
Dash with the horrible solutions, of course.
She has a point here because whenever I feel like I'm about to die from sickness, I think if I take a handful of vitamins, it'll fix it instantly. Instantly. I'm like, I should be better by now.
But of course, ultra hyper competitive Rainbow Dash would think that's the solution.
I don't think he needs any of that.
Maybe we're just staying up too late. Too many daring do stories.
Oh, that's not it either.
Well, what's wrong with him then?
Nothing. He's perfectly fine. And she leans on him because now he's her footstool. This is not cool.
It's kind of a half hug.
He's just gonna hibernate.
You do realize he's not a bear, right?
Okay, that was bitchy of Rainbow Dash.
It is.
If anybody knows that Tank is not a bear, it's Fluttershy.
Oh, Rainbow Dash gets super queen bitchy this episode.
And also, we have to deal with some political problems that she clearly has in her being. Fluttershy pulls out a book and explains what hibernating is. It's a good thing. When the time comes, Tank is gonna leave and dig in the ground. Don't worry, he'll reappear when the spring sun warms the ground back up.
Come on, tortoises don't hibernate. Somebody put that picture in there as a joke.
It's not a joke.
Well, then your book must be wrong. And she slams her foot down on that book.
Rainbow Dash, Tank needs to hibernate. It's healthy for him, just like sleeping is healthy for us.
Whatever. Okay, thanks. Come on, Tank.
Where are you going?
To get a second opinion from a real reptile expert.
She slams that door and we cut directly to Spike.
Yes, I got his name right.
Okay, so this scene is not good. This is a problem.
I told you, Rainbow Dash, I'm a dragon. And Tank is full on snoring.
He's not interested in what's happening.
He's asleep. Come on, you're practically twins. To which Spike looks at her, looks at Tank. I'm purple. But if you don't have to hibernate, why should Tank? Because he's a tortoise and I'm a dragon. Same family though, right? No.
This is racist?
Yes, it's dragon racist.
Dragonism.
It's dragonism. It's not great. And now the ponies, this pony doesn't realize that he's not in the same, family of animals. Do they not all realize that they're all animals?
No. I'll take that as a yes. Ugh, look, if Fluttershy says tortoises hibernate, then I guarantee tortoises hibernate. Well, what would you know? You're a dragon.
Okay, fuck you, Rainbow Dash. Just a blanket statement to this conversation. Fuck you, Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash has some serious anger management issues that need to be addressed. They get worse later in this episode.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. It's a problem. She has her horsey blinders on. Yeah. I went there. All right, so Rainbow Dash leaves. She's furious. And now we see all of the Pegasi of the area are bringing in clouds.
No pony knows you like I do, Tank. All you need is some hard work to get the old blood pumping. And Tank, asleep, is running into the door.
Tank has the patience of a saint. When I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed and someone is trying to keep me up, I am not having any of it. And Tank's just going along.
Tank is a tortoise.
Well, to be fair, he could just turtle into his shell and he's just flying around. He has no idea what's going on.
That's true.
He carries his bed with him. If I could do that, I'd go just about anywhere.
That's a good point.
Also, if I could wear my pajama pants and slippers, I don't really care.
I've got something to say about slippers later on.
I know.
But we'll talk about that later.
Slippers will be discussed for sure. All right, so Rainbow Dash and Tank go off, and now we see the Pegasi from the town bringing in all these big, fluffy clouds.
Ugh, these things are heavy, chock full of snowflakes. We're going to have such a killer time in the snow, Tank. Tank?
And Tank is digging at the ground like he's trying to start his hibernation process.
Look
Look at the cute little Tanky all snuggly wuggly getting ready to hibernate.
Don't say that word.
Which one? Snuggly? Wuggly? Tanky? Hibernate?
That one.
I was just saying how cute he is.
If you think that napping thing is so cute, why don't you go do it somewhere far away from here?
So Pinkie Pie walks away and everyone is like, What is the deal with Rainbow Dash?
Because the entire main six is there.
They're all helping getting ready for winter.
What are you looking at? Pinkie Pie and I are just having a conversation.
Look, Rainbow Dash, we all know how upset you are about Tank hibernate. Shh! Don't say that word! That's what started this all! And now Pinkie Pie is cowering behind Twilight Sparkle. Pinkie is scared of Rainbow Dash. We all know how upset you are about Tank, but you shouldn't take your anger out on your friends.
Who said anything about anger? I didn't say anything about anger. I'm not upset, and I am not angry. Do I look angry?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is, I think, one of the heartiest chuckles that this episode got out of me was the face that she pulls here.
It's insane.
It's so funny.
They gave her all the faces this episode. All of them. She turns into the Grinch later.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. So she leaves, and the friends are not pleased.
But also just like, what happened?
We go to Rainbow Dash's house, which is also a cloud house with little rainbow waterfall things coming out of it. Tank is trying to sleep, and she just won't let him. She talks about all the things she wants to do again, snow ponies, snowball fights, sipping hot cider by the fire.
And Tank looks up and goes, that sounds fun.
And so she's just like, Tank's only hibernating because it's cold. So I just have to stop winter. And then we get evil Rainbow Dash smile. Okay, so now we get rando pony who's on first.
This is what gets the heartiest chuckle out of me this show.
Okay, and full disclosure here, I made a boo-boo in my rando pony options for Dan, and I had included fluffy clouds because they say the words fluffy clouds, and when I first heard it, it didn't register that they were then referring to him as fluffy clouds. And yeah, there's a lot going on here, so...
He is thus disqualified from rando pony consideration.
Yes, because rando ponies are background ponies that have not been named in the show.
Which is a big shame because Fluffy Clouds has a killer bow tie.
It's very cool. So yeah, we get some Pegasi, and there's just some jokes about the fact that their names are Open Skies and Clear Skies. And then it's, ooh, where's Fluffy Clouds? Oh, he's over there. So... That's the fun, ha 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 ha.
And the key to all of this is Rainbow Dash is sneaking behind, grabbing clouds and taking them out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then shoves them into a tree.
Then we see the Pegasi. They start they've got the clouds in place and they start shaking them, kind of like salt shakers, and kicking them so the snow starts falling. And this is where we actually see both of our rando pony options. We have Dark Moon as a dark stallion with a moon on his flank. And then we see Main Moon, which is a light tan-colored Pegasi with the same moon as his cutie mark. Those are two options. They have the same cutie mark. How cool is that?
It's cute.
You don't have to pick it yet. And now we get our Rainbow Dash song.
Not be alone. And I'll fly until the end of the sky. So I'll be the one who doesn't have to say goodbye. I'll clear the skies forever, so we won't be apart. I'll keep the weather.
A song?
It's a song. We get a Rainbow Dash song. Actually, Ashley Bell, who does the voice of Rainbow Dash and Applejack, got nominated for a Leo Award for Best Performance in an Animation Program or Series for this performance.
I get it.
There's a lot going on with Rainbow Dash, and she has to sing this song.
A lot.
And Ashley Bell is one of the few My Little Pony performers who actually sings for her characters.
This is the second example of a song where, this is not going to end well.
It's not it's a hopeful song, but you can tell by the actions and not the words of the song that this isn't gonna be great. It's not gonna end well.
And most importantly, he's so tired. Just let him go to bed.
Yeah, so this whole song, Rainbow Dash is she's redirects the geese so they're going a different direction. She uses a magnifying glass to make it hotter in one section so that Tank will wake up, and the rest of the Pegasi outnumber her, so they just keep putting things back where they go. And she's just confusing them by changing all the weather. And she attaches Tank to her with his flying thing and tries to make him fly with her. And he just wants to sleep. And finally, at the end of the song, she lands and she's all standing superhero proud, and Tank is just... It's, yeah.
There's a great part where she's doing the, like, dancing thing, or, like, just twirling around at arm's length. Mm-hmm. And, like, she's got this great face, and Tank is just yawning the whole time, and it's hilarious.
He's not into it.
No, he is not.
Mm-mm.
Like, he is past the point of being grumpy sleepy, and he's just asleep. Like, literally asleep.
He's just being shuffled to one place to the next. Then the ponies are like, all right, next shipment's coming. Ponies get to work, and Rainbow Dash is not happy.
For every hoof step back, they go 3 hoof steps forward. What are we going to do?
And the snow keeps falling, and then we see Cloudsdale come closer into view.
Cloudsdale. That's it, Tank. If I can't stop winter in Ponyville, maybe I can stop it at the source.
And so now she's dragging Tank to Cloudsdale.
It's super spy time with Tank and Rainbow Dash.
It's Mission Impossible pony time. She sneaks in, she's under a cloud, and then she goes to another cloud, the work whistle blows, ponies leave. Then she busts out of an air vent, then she hides in a locker. She puts on a hard hat and a coat. I mean, like, this is just full on, like, Scooby-Dooing.
Important thing.
Yes.
She hides in a locker, and 2 ponies walk by.
Correct.
Those ponies are very clearly about to go have a nooner.
I mean, how do you think the little foals come about?
Exactly.
How this happens.
Like, you can see it in their eyes. They're about to bone.
Noteworthy is a stud. He's a stud. Yes, I do know the names of a lot of the ponies in the background.
You're amazing.
It comes and goes, but I am like, not that one, not that one, not that one. I can't pick that one. This is my life while watching this television show.
The Winter Lab. We're in, Tank. Now we just gotta figure out a way to shut it down. Sabotage snowflakes? I think we gotta go bigger than that. Wait here.
So she tethers him to this magnifying glass that's on the table. So this lab is basically Willy Wonka's factory, but with weather instead of candy.
So cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Cloudy with a chance of rainbows.
Nice.
Thank you. So she's going around, and she's like, okay, well, I can get rid of all the water, then there'll be no snow and no clouds. So she starts pulling that. Tank is not paying attention, and his little propeller is still spinning, so he pulls the magnifying thing off and keeps flying around. So now the water's leaking, and Tank accidentally runs into something that starts the fan, and then he gets sucked into it, and then glass gets stuck in the fan, and doors open and wind bursts them into the lightning room where all these lightning bolts are in jars. And so that sends them back into the winter lab, and this giant storm is all created, and they get sucked up in the tube like Augustus Gloop. And the machine starts sending lightning and clouds and rain everywhere. Rainbow Dash is screaming, and finally she grabs Tank. It's like, we gotta get out of here. And we cut to the main 6, and they're looking up at Cloudsdale, and they see all this smoke and lightning.
What in the name of Celestia is going on up there?
Prepare yourselves, every pony. Winter is coming.
Oh, wow.
It was so good.
It was it was too good of an opportunity. M.A. Larson, who wrote this episode and has written some of the best episodes of My Little Pony, M.A. Larson tweeted, "There's something in tomorrow's episode that I told Hasbro I'd take full responsibility for. So in advance, it is entirely my fault. Hashtag mea culpa." They later confirmed that it was in response to this line.
That's fantastic.
I mean, if ever there was a great opportunity to shout out to your adult viewers, this is it.
Yeah.
You can't not.
Every moment that they can make a ridiculous pun or joke on words, they take it, and they did it. And I'm so happy they did.
Because it's the rules of cartoons. This is what you have to do. All the ponies in the lab are being blown away. The 2 ponies who are about to get it on are screaming. And we cut down to the friends, and every pony look out. And just the most giant snowball gust of snow just bursts out and envelops the entire area of Ponyville.
Like an atomic snow bomb.
Like just an avalanche just happened out of nowhere. And so all the ponies start popping out of the ground from all the snow, and Rainbow Dash pops out.
You okay, Tank?
And she finds Tank, and she like knocks him so he comes out of his shell a little bit.
And he...
Rainbow Dash, are you all right?
No. And flops back.
Okay, so now we go to Rainbow Dash's house, and Rainbow Dash is all wrapped up in her robe and her Tank slippers.
She has Tank slippies.
And then Tank is in his robe with his Rainbow Dash slippers.
It's the cutest thing. Oh my God.
It is so precious.
Oh, he's got cloud robe. He's got a little blue robe with clouds on it.
Cloud robe. And then he has Rainbow Dash slippers on his front feet, and she has Tank slippers on her back feet. It is the most precious of things.
It really is. It's like friend goals to the max. I want a friend whose face I can get on slippers and who will wear my face on slippers.
That's true love. That's just true love.
It is.
But they better be cutesy, because if they're like photorealistic, that's going to be weird.
Good point. Yeah, they got to be cutesy faces.
Yeah.
Only cute faces. No uglies. No uglies.
No uggos.
That's a rule here. No uggos.
Oh, but if you did, they'd be Ugg boots.
I'm ashamed of both of you. Both of you. All right, so Rainbow Dash is all sad in bed. Knock, knock!
All the ponies walk in through the door, except Pinkie Pie,
Who walks in through the wall?
because it's a cloud. It's a good bit.
Okay, I have so many questions about this. What?
Okay. We will attempt to answer some of them.
Okay. Is Pinkie Pie Kitty Pryde?
No, but she is a doctor.
She is a Time Lord.
Okay. I have more questions.
Her mane is her TARDIS, and the little curl in the front of her head is her sonic screwdriver.
Okay. So why can she walk through cloud walls?
Because she's Pinkie Pie, and physics does not apply to her.
It's true.
Also, the walls are made of cloud material, so any pony could actually walk through them. Pinkie Pie just chooses to.
So Pinkie Pie is the honey badger of this place.
Of the main six, yes, I think that's an accurate statement.
Perfect.
How are you feeling, Rainbow Dash?
Whatever.
Whoa.
This is not Rainbow Dash.
Whoa. This is not cool.
The poor thing looks so sad. Just what are we going to do?
I don't know. What can we do?
Buck up, Sugar Cube. You just ain't yourself these days. Whatever. How can I say this tactfully? You've lost your sparkle, Rainbow Dash.
I hate to say this, but, well, you've become a party pooper.
Didn't you hear me? I said whatever. I don't know if you're here to cheer me up or what, but I'm fine.
Whatever and fine, a Rainbow Dash code for I'm dying inside.
Yeah, a little bit. I think we've been with these ponies too long enough. That's why we're getting feelings about it.
Possible. We know we've been on the whole journey. Let me handle this. Rainbow Dash, your winter is going to be petless.
This is nuts for Fluttershy.
This is harsh. Like, she's supposed to be kind and sweet and loving. She just went straight, like, this is how it is.
Blunt force trauma of truth.
This is so much growth. What is happening to Fluttershy? I love it. I love it.
We do love Fluttershy on this show. And Rainbow Dash perks up, stares at her, and then... Whatever did you do that for?
Because she'll never get past this until she lets it all out.
And she's completely broken down, which is, we have never seen Rainbow Dash, like, cry. We've seen her tear up a little bit when she's, like, super happy about something, but she doesn't cry. Ever. And Twilight
Is like, what? And she kicks Applejack front.
With magic. And Applejack stares back at her. Like, what the hell did you do? It's okay. Tank will come back in a few months. Months? I don't want him to go.
And now she's kicking her feet. This was my signature move as a child. dropping to the floor instantly, which I can still do, but kicking your feet, that was my signature move.
Like, there's a part of me that recognizes as a grown-up, sometimes it's just good to have a cry like this.
I mean, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
If you're not, like, hurting other people, throw a tantrum. It's okay.
So, like, I'm going to get over it, but I'm going to throw a fit about it first.
All right. There. How's it going, Fluttershy? How do we get her to stop?
About the there. She goes to pat, I think she intends to pat Rainbow Dash,
Uh-huh.
but she actually pats Tank.
Yep.
Which does nothing for Rainbow Dash.
No. Applejack is all about honesty, so she has no concept of how to, like, comfort someone.
Like, these are just facts. Why are you upset?
That's so good.
She's got to be about done now. Can't be too much left in there.
She's sniffling, holding it back a little bit.
Feeling better?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you poor thing.
And now Fluttershy's crying. And Rarity sees her. "Oh, I can't bear to see Fluttershy cry."
Now she's crying with mascara running.
And like, what the heck? Like, why is Fluttershy crying the thing and not Rainbow Dash crying? That's just so mean.
No, Fluttershy is crying because she cares so much about her friend, and she thought, you just need to get this out of your system. But then she realizes just how sad she is, and Fluttershy's now got the feelings, and she cries at the drop of a hat.
And now Pinkie Pie starts crying. It's disheartening!
Because Pinkie Pie just tends to go with the crowd.
She's going to be a part of the group. And now they're all huddled together, crying, and then Applejack just kind of like tips her hat in front of her face a little bit. You too?
Nope, I'm good.
Look, everybody, I know how hard it is to say goodbye. I'm mostly sad because you're not sad. What? Me? What about Applejack? Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight.
And Applejack just does a little hat tip, kicks her foot. It's true. That's every once in a while you just get one of those. Yeah, that's Applejack, and that's one of those moments right there.
They're giving a lot more face to Applejack this season, where she's just like, really? Mm-hmm. A lot of blank stares from her.
Just that little hoof kick.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Fluttershy. It's all right. Think she's done, or just getting a third wind?
I don't know. Rainbow Dash, are you okay?
I think so. I feel better. Really, I do. Thanks, every pony. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or him. Oh, Tank. I'm sure gonna miss you.
And Tank walks up to her, and they just, like, he smiles at her, and then they put their heads together. Sweet. Dan's a robot who's not crying.
He's just gonna take a nap. He'll be back. It's not like he's going anywhere permanently.
We're gonna miss him. Ugh.
Okay, but he'll be back.
And Rainbow Dash doesn't have feelings.
Robots. Robo-ponies. Ugh. All right, so we cut to enjoying the winter weather. We've got ponies playing hockey.
Horse hockey.
We've got Spike figure skating.
Impressive jump he has.
He's got some good jumps going on. We have some snowball fights and some sledding. And the main six are out there, and they're in their full winter gear.
Okay, full though. Hold on a minute. I'd like to analyze the word full there.
Okay, sure.
Some of them, most of them, are wearing sweaters
Okay,
on their front halves.
correct.
And like Donald Duck, nothing on the back half.
That's pretty consistent.
And I mean, not to spoil it, but like Rainbow Dash is about to show up and she's not even wearing a sweater.
Rainbow Dash is more active than other ponies.
She's a Pegasi, so she's up in the cold weather, so being down on the ground is not cold for her.
Also true.
Right. I guess my question, and this is probably not a healthy question to ask, is like, where does the nudity line begin? If like they wear clothes, they have the concept of clothes,
Yes.
but then also they just choose not to. It's a clothing optional thing,
Yes.
but like they're not naked.
Correct. Though if Big Mac takes off his yoke, he's naked. That's been established in show.
Great. I'm not going to ask any further questions about that because I feel like that leads down a dark road.
I think it's mostly situational, right? Like there are certain moments, especially like Grand Galloping Gala, you better be in full formal
You
dress.
have to dress up.
But if you're just out, working the field like Applejack, no, you're just going to have your normal mane and everything like that.
But none of the ponies of our main 6 wear clothes regularly, with the exception of Applejack and her hat. That's it. Well, guess we're starting winter with a bang.
The fun's come early. Yeehaw!
And they start throwing snowballs. You think we could mess up winter every year? It's way less work. I don't think Rainbow Dash could handle it.
Writing that entire season from Cloudsdale to Ponyville was pretty awesome.
And she's got Tank in her saddlebag.
I thought you guys might like to say goodbye to Tank. He's ready to hibernate.
Oh, you're using the word! Oh, she's using the word! And when Tank finishes hibernating, I'm going to throw him the biggest welcome home party ever! Oh, wait, or should it be a welcome above ground party? Or a happy wake-up party? Maybe it's about time party.
And I'll design him a very special suit just for the occasion, whichever one it ends up being. I'm glad you're feeling a little better, Rainbow Dash. Yeah, me too.
She digs the snow away and she puts Tank down.
So, you really want to do this hibernating thing, Tank?
And he nods.
Goodbye, Tank.
Happy winter.
See you later, little feller.
Have a good sleep, Tank. Goodbye, Tank. We'll miss you. So he digs and he covers himself up with the snow. And
Rainbow Dash wibbles a little.
And all the ponies start going. Well, ready for some winter fun?
I'm gonna hang here and read to him a bit. That little guy can never get to sleep without a bedtime story. I'll be right there.
And she sits down next to him and starts reading.
It's so sweet.
And the other friends walk away.
She's gonna go play in a little bit. She just needs to read him a story.
She's got to say goodbye to her friend.
That was a very cute part.
It's so sweet. And this is not like everything gets tied up in a bow type episode. It kind of ends on a sad note, like a somber tone, which is unusual for a My Little Pony episode.
We do get that really great angle of Tank burying himself and a straight on look at his adorable little tortoise face.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's amazing and adorable, and I just wanted to hug him.
Mm-hmm. Makes your heart all happy.
Can I hug him?
Well, sure. I'm just going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. It's so sweet. Okay, so Dan, are there any questions about My Little Pony that we have not answered for you with this episode?
No, I don't think there are any outlying questions that I had.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think we pretty much addressed all of the really big, confusing aspects for me.
Okay, so we need to know what your rando pony is. Is it going to be Dark Moon or Main Moon?
Well, it was a difficult choice because I had really had my heart set on Fluffy
I
Clouds.
know, I'm so sorry. I boo-booed.
It's all right.
Boo-booed.
It's all right. I will probably eventually forgive you. But I'm going to go with Main Moon.
Okay.
Okay.
Main Moon, the Pegasi.
Yeah.
He did get more moments this episode, so that's fair.
Plus, it's just a rockin' mohawk.
It's got the spiky angle to it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so it's going to be Main Moon. All right, Dan, so will you watch any more My Little Pony?
Probably not without specific prompting of here's an episode that you should watch that we think you would enjoy, or if I am lucky enough to get an invite back onto this show.
Oh, that's very sweet. We have it. We're good. Because we couldn't not.
Of course.
We couldn't not. But no, seriously, thank you so much for being here and talking
Oh my God,
about
thank you all so
Rainbow
much for
Dash and
having me.
My
This was-
Little Pony. If people wanted more of you, how could they get more Dan in their life?
I am on a few podcasts. The only one that's currently out there is Kids on Bikes that I do with
The devil, you say.
some really fantastic people, including, and I don't know if you two know this, the two of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
If you
I'm
want to
not
hear
a-
me yell at Dan a lot, you
Yes.
can go listen to Kids on Bike.
Hear me do a much deeper version of my Applejack voice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But that's available wherever finer podcasts are sold.
Mm-hmm.
And also you can follow me on Twitter at Dantendo64 for me to talk about hockey and beer and complain about my coworkers.
Good times. It's good times. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. And until next time.
Bye, every pony.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to review and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcast. For questions, comments, and recommendations, you can email us at macintoshandmod@gmail.com or find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.